This summer's Presbyterian General Assembly in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania voted against the call to divest from 3 U.S. companies that trade with Israel. But in the end, it proved to be a very close-run affair. The motion was brought to the Assembly by advocates of the Boycott, Divestment and Sanctions movement, typically referred to as BDS. Famous for their anti-Israel stances, the group's boycott resolution almost passed. In fact, with a vote of 333 to 331, the Presbyterian General Assembly was only 2 votes away from adopting an anti-Israel position as official church policy. At 2 million members, the Presbyterian Church is the 3rd largest mainline Protestant denomination in the U.S. and is governed by a General Assembly that meets once every 2 years. It first debated and passed a divestment initiative in 2004. The ruling did not reflect the opinions of all, like Pacific Palisades Presbyterian elder George Douglas. He joined Presbyterians for Middle East Peace, the group that helped to rescind that 2004 decision, and has fought BDS in the church at every General Assembly since.
We have a group of BDS advocates within the church. That group formally is called the Israel-Palestine Mission Network, and they're very open about it in terms of their support for BDS. The church also has connections with Middle Eastern churches that in some cases support the BDS movement. The BDS advocates got most of the time in front of the committee. There was very little discussion of Israel's security needs and security threats. A lot of discussion of Palestinian hardship.
However close, this was a win against BDS. But it was not complete. The church did overwhelmingly pass a different resolution calling upon all nations to boycott Israeli goods from what it calls Palestinian lands. That vote causes concern that an anti-Israel distorted narrative is gaining legitimacy in American forums, since Christians have traditionally been a dependable source of Israel support. Even the evangelical community, which is famous for its zealously pro-Israel stance, has been challenged by the larger anti-Israel trend. In March, some evangelical clergy from North America and Europe participated in a BDS teach-in in Bethlehem called Christ at the Checkpoint. Making an anti-Israel position official church policy, though, is another level, a level the BDS movement has been striving to attain for over a decade.
BDS groups there made the strongest effort we've seen probably in the last dozen years. The BDS movement is organized reasonably well internationally, that they operate in a coordinated fashion, which as a matter of strategy have targeted the major Protestant denominations. So they've gone in front of the Methodists, the Lutherans, the Episcopalians, and the Presbyterians.
This targeting can be evidenced by the numerous initiatives voted on just this summer. In May, the United Methodist Church voted 2-1 against divestment from Israel. Just last week, the Episcopalians rejected a BDS amendment, and for now, the issue has also been tabled in the Presbyterian Church. In the past, many Jews were perplexed by Christian ardor in support of Israel. Now, the idea of losing that support is most troublesome, as it clearly cannot be taken for granted. Although proponents of the BDS movement have pledged to persevere, for now at least, the State of Israel continues to have significantly more friends than enemies among U.S. Christians. For JN1 in Los Angeles, I'm Lara Berman.